right into it so I can talk about this in real life. You know what I mean? Because I was out there as a street vendor for many years promoting these rappers. It's in my resume. You can check out, make sure to not check out my videos and things like that, my shorts way back. So anyhow, if Cardi EBT and Little Boosie and Dark DT Vlad and if Jim Jones and Damon Dash can bicker, and if all the rappers and everybody, if Cardi B can talk about moist private areas and act like a Bronx dumpster on fire, then I can have reactions too. I can talk about it. I was there. So anyhow, I had recently had a short on TikTok as well. If you go on TikTok to I was there 84 and see the full video and some other videos, check me out. I appreciate it. Uh, you know. So anyways, the rappers are mad right now. Let's get right into it. So you're wondering why the hell do you got Method Man and Redman up here in dresses as nuns? Because they know what they had going on was none of the internet's business back then. The rappers are mad because they had their time to shine. Now, hold on. First of all, before I say this, I'm only talking about this now as an older person who's went through trials and errors. So if you're intrigued with 90s hip hop, R&B and all that, I'm telling you some stories. I was there. Like Eugene Deal, P. Diddy's loyal bodyguard until P. Diddy fired him. And then he went around on couches and was saying what he had to say. Well, if he can say what he wants, so can I. Anyways, let's get back into it. So I have a video about, and first of all, I love the music. Don't get me wrong. I promoted this stuff. I sold these DVDs and CDs. So in the year 2000, when a lot of you people on TikTok and YouTube were born, there was this video. It was called Pigs. They was making a mockery of cops. It was Method Man and Redman. They did a little skit. But basically, they used to be up each other's behinds, like more than just best bros. Like it was like almost like they was on some low key, bromance or something. And the only reason I'm saying that is my son's mother, who wonderful, strong woman, black and Spanish woman, amazing woman. She's been through hell and back like a lot of us. I don't want to give her flowers while she's still here. I was a stupid guy, young and dumb, and with a North Face, Guess jeans, and Timbs, and I thought I was the best thing since sliced bread. And as I went through life, right, and then people I cared about the way she cared about me, or when those other people in my life hurt me, or when a guy treated my daughter the way that I was treating somebody's daughter. And now don't get me wrong, it wasn't that crazy, but I had my little selfish, jealous ways, and I did a lot of bull crap to her. I'm not proud of, so I don't blame her for anything. She's good people. So first of all, anyway, so the reason she's important to this story, her sister deserves a lot of recognition. Her sister was Cherry Martinez, self-made. She was when Boston, Massachusetts didn't play hip hop and rap music, or when they did it on other stations and just played like the regular Vanilla Ice and all that, and Snap. Cherry Martinez was working hard at WERS, putting herself through school, linking up with rap groups, bringing people to the city, and I had an inside scoop. So a little bit, because Raquel, my son's mother, would tell me these stories. And I'm not going to, put her on blast like that, but she's really, really, if anybody deserves a hand or help or anything, congratulations, and an award is that woman. My son's doing okay. Like I said, I was a product of my environment. I'm not proud of it, at all. But I made sure, I says, the more I grow in life, and when I realized I got hurt, I says, man, I'm going to change. So that's how I've been, all about positivity and just self-analyzing myself. And that's it. So anyways, all right, why do I have Redman up here? My fault, everybody. So, and Method Man. So the reason I came out with that video about them being in a bromance or something is because rumor had it when Cherry Martinez was on that Eric Sermon CD, Insomnia. I guess she was talking to my son's mother. This is way back then. This is like 25, a quarter of a century ago. Uh, she was around when this video came out with Meth and Red. She was saying how I had remember one day, my son's mother was like making some gandules and rice or whatever, and some food, and she was like, she would talk to her sister occasionally, Cherry Martinez, And I guess Cherry was saying to her, I got an inside conversation about how she was like, yeah, man, I was doing that Eric Sermon thing. Or she said, we was at the hotel, and she said Meth and Red, they was kind of like flirting and getting all flirty with the photographer who was gay. And now listen, when I say that, I'm not saying it in a bad way to mock anybody. And if they like that and wanted to do that, that's their business. The problem I have is don't be out here fronting in the streets like you to Cal, and you know what I'm saying, and you bring the pain. What kind of pain you bringing? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have, this video, my channel is all about going out there in the streets, talking to people, showing people from around the world, telling some stories, and if it uplifts a person here or there, or because let me tell you, I have people that I've heard and their stories uplift me. Sometimes my friends, give me advice, and it might not simmer right then, but later I will think, every day we supposed to be humans, thinking a little bit better about how we should treat. We should treat our family better than our friends, first of all. We should treat our family better than strangers. Even if they're jerks sometimes, we have to take the higher road. Even when white folks or whoever thinks, bad about us, we want to make them look, we want to show them we the bigger person. All right, my fault. All right, so anyways. So yeah, that's why I said it. That's why I had that video. Method Man and Redman, I'm not, at the end of the day, they was good at their job. They made good music, meaning maybe not good music, but it sounded good at the time. But, Little Young Dirk, all those guys, I get it. If y'all want to do your message to get out the hood, but I think it comes to a point, like Little Young Dirk, he been out for 12 years, 10 years, and he's still rapping the same bull crap. French Montana and Max B, they're still rapping the same bull crap. Max B got fat while he was in there. Like when Frank White, King of New York, said, "Man, you guys got fat out here while I starved." So my whole point is, yeah, that's why I said it. And so now the rappers is mad because YouTube evened out the playing field. End of story. YouTube evened out the playing field, and basically they're mad. Fat Joe's mad. It's okay, Fat Joe goes, oh, they go on, and he's getting on Hassan Campbell, and Hassan Campbell, at the end of the day, whether you like him or not, first of all, I can talk about him. I never met him, because you know what? He talks about people he never met, right? We all do. So everybody who says, oh, you sound like a hater, okay, yes, okay, cool, yes, okay, sure, you do too. You be hating on people too. In your daily life, you hate on people. You probably hate on everybody you see. But this ain't hate. It's just commentary. It's just talking. It's whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Method Man and Redman, that's them. So they used to wear dresses. And why did Method Man and Redman wear a dress? Why did they like to dress up as nuns? Why couldn't they dressed up like priests? I guess because they was making fun of a movie. But look at them right there. So you see, they was real tight, man. But it was this is a dope skit. You got to give credit where credit is due. They was just doing what was best for them. Trying to get out the ghetto. And now you got Method Man's, look. See, so they, there's Redman. So we're just going to skip through it. And don't get me wrong, they was homeboys, they was tight like that. But the rumor has it that they was at the Insomnia photo shoot, and Cherry Martinez, who deserves her flowers because a lot of people in the industry really threw salt on her game. They was jealous of her because she was pretty, she had a great voice, she was a single mom sticking by her baby daddy in jail or and all I can say is, to her sister, this amazing woman. And, this is 25 years later, folks, and so that's what I'm saying. All you young people, one day y'all are going to be old. Think about what you're doing. Treat your girlfriend. Look at your woman right now. If she's at work or whatever you're doing behind her back, and think about, would you want some man to treat your daughter or son the way you treat your lady? So that's what it is, y'all. Check her out, Cherry Martinez. I'm telling you, dope. She's the one that discovered Fetty Wap. You know what I'm saying? DeKalb Ave, Flatbush, Brooklyn. So that's it. But they was cool. They was fresh. But if you was a kid and you grew up back then, you would have kind of seen, these dudes are a little sus. But see, there was no phones out and all the gossip like now. So, but yeah, y'all, this was it. I'm still giving flowers. I still like Red, man. I love Red and Meth. But they, at the end of the day, they out here rewriting rap history, and that's wrong. So if you want to hear the story from somebody that was really there, that was really at these concerts, and I'm telling you, a lot of the other fans, they know what it is. Even some of you folks that didn't get to go, if you grew up back then, 90s, early 2000s, you know what it was. Remember, they always said even back then, and the Brat and all of them, they was all doing their thing. But anyway, so I just wanted to give a little hip-hop history class, have a reaction, speak some truth for the culture, and talk about why I said, and if you look at that, check out this guy on YouTube or something on my short, is his channel, Authentic News Media. It's just a name, it doesn't mean it's authentic, but that's what he named it. But he's interviewing Redman, and he's like, so what's up with you and Meth? Y'all be chilling? He goes, hell no. And the way he said it was like, it's almost like he had a flashback, the body language. So anyways, yeah, that's when Method Man and Redman was running around in dresses. But I just want to say, because they be trying to front all the time like they're so tough and gangstified. But all of us, when the phones ain't around or the filters, when we're all alone, and we all humans, at the end of the day, and we got to just do the right thing. Anyways, don't forget to hate, dislike, and not subscribe. Bye for now. Shout out to shows Cherry support. That's why you don't see, why you ask Angie Martinez, why don't you ever invite Cherry Martinez up here? You don't see nobody. I see some dudes, the two dudes that did like some hip hop uncensored. So I give it up to them because they showed love to her. But check out Cherry Martinez. We got to bring her back, y'all. I'm telling you, she had the voice, the flavor of the city. Don't believe me? Ask about her. She was out of Boston. I grew up, was raised in New York, Rhode Island, Boston, that whole area. Real little kid in Boston, but as a teenager to my 20s, NY and Rhode Island. And I've been around Florida, everywhere. So like I said, you're hearing, this is authentic. Look at my videos, look at my shorts. You see pictures of me, concerts. You see me out there in the hood. So I appreciate the love and support. I really mean it. If I blow up in this, if I really blow up in this for real, like for real, I'm bringing my folks that appreciate it. We gonna do this together. We throwing a big party. We doing this. So I'm just trying to do this for the betterment of the community, as a message, as a living testament. My way of saying I apologize to people I hurt, like Raquel, and I'm still, I'm down and I'm trying to get back up. You know what I'm saying? There was times I was up, and even though I was up financially, like I said, just because you make good money, just because you may own a house, some cribs, how many babies, moms you got? You know what I'm saying? How many kids you got? What I'm trying to say is that ain't nobody perfect in everything. We could be good at something and bad at something. That we gotta have a balance, and we gotta not let history repeat itself, folks. Because that's what they're doing right now. Cardi, EBT, all of them is just Lil' Kim and Foxy Browns, and they're just gonna keep doing. When Cardi EBT gets old and she's too old, she'll be hosting some podcast herself. All the rappers is mad because they had their time to shine, and now the rappers like Fat Joe, Jim Jones. Imagine how we feel as fans. Y'all got your time to shine. YouTube was supposed to be for regular folks to be something. And then the rappers, man, they seen YouTube started popping, and shoot, Mason Kim became sportscasters, DT Vlad, he's lit off himself. Got people out here thinking he solved Tupac and Biggie's murder. It's crazy. These dudes sound crazy, y'all. All of them. Saigon. Look at Saigon. Saigon's a Oprah Winfrey now. Joe Buttons. Look, Gilly the Kid. So look, I ain't frontin'. Yo, check their music out. It's dope. But they know what it is. They know right from wrong. They know what they doing. And that's what I mean. They still promoting the F bombs. You feel me? That's not. They do better. When you in your 20s, teens, 20s, early 30s, you get a pass when you mess up. But when you hit like 36 and older, you better be trying to get them 36 chambers of your life right. And another thing, my people, we can't get mad at white folks and people, even though as much as it may be cringy or piss us off when they rap and stuff. Because we copy and borrow from them other people too. Wu-Tang Clan took all the Chinese culture and ran with it. But we didn't say, oh, Method Man and Redman, y'all is culture vultures, Asian culture vultures. So we got to stop that. Black folks, we know, we Spanish, black, whatever, we invented hip hop stuff, right? But we wouldn't have had that hip hop stuff if Asian folks didn't invent keyboards and MPCs and turntables. You feel me? So let's open our minds, people, and just think a little bit more broader. How come there's all litter and tackies rappers in the hood on the ground, but when we walk to the Brown University, the floors is clean outside? And I think if we remind each other this every day, everybody, and we have a challenge, let's have a challenge called Prove the Ops Wrong Challenge by taking the higher road. It's your boy Peyote, Ugly Entertainment. I'm out. Bye for now. Beavis and Butthead. My brother, rest in peace. God bless the dead. The best barber in the world. We love you.